What's up, guys? I'm Brian.
And I'm Maury from the Erie Better Beer Bureau. Today we have 2017 CBS from Founders. This is their Imperial Stout with chocolate and coffee, aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels, 11.7% alcohol this year. I was lucky enough to have it out of the bottle back in 2010, I believe, that it was released the first time in bottles. This is only the second time they've ever bottled it. There was a draft of it a couple years back, and we did get that here in Erie, and it was on tap at a lot of different locations, and we got to try it. I was impressed with the draft.
I loved it.
Truth be told, I think a lot of beer nerds have been a little bit disappointed with some of Founders barrel-aged stuff as of recent, but I'm excited to get into this 2017 CBS, and we're going to let you know what we think about it. Ooh, well, there's the coffee.
I get some maple up front too.
Yeah, then there's a maple sweetness. Oh yeah. And it does have a somewhat similar aroma to KBS, but I would say it's a little more pronounced.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I love the
with
coffee
that kind of sweeter maple tone going on.
Yeah, the coffee on it just smells great.
And it's a good looking beer. I mean, it's got that mocha brown head that's kind of clinging to the glass. I really like the look of the carbonation on it a lot. A little bit of chocolate malt kind of coming through underneath the coffee and the maple sweetness.
Yeah, it smells pretty well balanced. I mean, everything's kind of coming through at certain times. Like, it's just nice.
Yeah, it's nuanced.
Right. Yeah. Nothing's really jumping at you real quick, but it just kind of subtly
smells
comes in
good,
when it's
though.
supposed to.
I would say the coffee is probably, I mean, it's not the strongest coffee I've ever smelled on a beer, not by a long shot, but it was the most pronounced flavor, I think, on the aroma.
Yeah.
Cheers. Wow. Definitely sweeter than KBS, for sure.
Yeah. That maple
right up front.
That maple is just coating your tongue.
And I won't say that it has a chewy body, but it's certainly silky and creamy.
Yeah.
And I think that head is adding to it a little bit. Tastes like a big beer, but I wouldn't say it's boozy necessarily.
Right.
But it's a big sipper though.
There's not tons of chocolate on the taste. I mean, I get that maple, I get the coffee. Not so much the chocolate notes that we got out of the aroma on it.
And like the nose on it, I would say the taste is pretty balanced as well.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely sweeter than KBS, but
right.
The coffee also helps to keep the sweetness in check. That being said, like I said, it is definitely a sweeter beer than KBS. It's not that balanced, but you get a little bit of everything. It's not, I wouldn't say that it's in your face.
No.
In any way, but it's a nice,
it's got
balanced,
good carb to it.
Great carbonation.
Just, it's a great sipping beer. Just to kick back, like, sitting outside like we are. I mean, just...
yeah. Good, cool weather beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Welcome them in, a little bit of wintertime action. And
right. And there's a few Erie locations, 2 today, tonight, and then 2 tomorrow that are getting this on draft as well, and we'll be partaking in some of that action. But we figured, why not start it off with a bottle? I mean, it's release day after all. And,
absolutely.
I'm going to say I don't know if it's quite where the draft was for me a couple years ago, but at the same time, I think this is by far and away one of the better beers that Founders has put out in quite some time. And honestly, thinking way back to 2010 when I first had it in the bottle, I mean, it's hard to... I actually thought KBS and CBS were pretty close back then, but I also thought KBS was a better beer back then. So it's kind of hard to judge, and also my palate was 7 years younger at that point. But I'm going to give it a 4.5. I'm between a 4.25, but closer to a 4.5. I'm between the two scores, and I'm going to round up to a 4.5. I love the carbonation on it. Pretty good mouthfeel. Great balance on the beer. I'd like a little bit more maple. That's probably my top critique. You definitely get a maple sweetness, but if you were blind on this review, I'm not sure, and you didn't know what you were drinking, I'm not sure that you would say maple. You would say some type of nice sweetness in there, probably, but I'm not sure that you'd be able to pinpoint the maple. So that's really one of my main critiques, but a lot of it's a well-made beer. 4.5 for me.
I'm going to agree with Maury. I was between a 4.25 and a 4.5. I could use some more chocolate notes on it, personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is chocolate in it.
Yeah, there is. And I kind of feel like it was kind of non-existent. Maybe as it warms up, we
Yeah,
can really...
the chocolate's pretty mild a lot of times on KBS, too, I think.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm going to pull a 4.5 on it. And I'm going to agree with Maury. I didn't get lucky enough to try it in 2010 out of the bottle. I did get to try it couple times on draft a few years back, and if memory serves me, I think I gave that like a 4.75.
Yeah, I did too.
Draft
I know I did.
Was really good. This is really good coming out of the bottle for the first time in a long time, and I'm going to agree 4.5 on it. And it's a good, well-rounded beer.
Oh,
I can't say too much more that you didn't say. So.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Till next time. Cheers.